June 28, 1914, to gunshots echoed through the streets of Sarajevo. Within weeks, Europe was at war. Within 30 years, the world would burn again. And within 45 years, two nuclear superpowers would stand on the brink of annihilation, all because of one assassination. To understand how one killing changed the Cold War forever, you have to understand Europe in 1914. It looked stable, but underneath, it was fragile, for massive empires dominated the continent: the Austro-Hungarian Empire, the German Empire, the Russian Empire, and the Ottoman Empire. Each one multi-ethnic, each one unstable. Nationalism was spreading like wildfire. Serbs wanted independence, Poles wanted independence. Bosnians wanted independence, and Austria-Hungary was struggling to hold it all together. Europe was a powder keg, it just needed a spark. The man travelling through Sarajevo that summer was Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, ironically, he wasn't the monster many imagined. He actually believed in reforming the empire to give minorities more representation, but extremist Serbian nationalists didn't care. To them, he represented occupation, oppression, imperial control, and they believed his death would weaken Austria-Hungary permanently. Behind the plot was a secret nationalist organization called the Black Hand. Its goal: unite all South Slavs into one nation. One of the young men recruited was a 19-year-old named Gavrilo Princip, thin, quiet, tuberculosis-stricken, but radicalized. He believed assassination was justified for liberation. Several conspirators positioned themselves along the Archduke's parade route: bombs, pistols, cyanide capsules. The plan was simple: strike quickly, escape, become martyrs if necessary. The motorcade began its route through Sarajevo. One conspirator lost his nerve. Another hesitated. Then a bomb was thrown. It exploded, but the Archduke's car sped away just in time. The blast injured officers behind him instead. The assassin swallowed cyanide. It didn't work. He jumped into a river. It was shallow. He was captured. The plot appeared to have failed. The Archduke insisted on continuing his visit. That decision would change everything. Later that day, the Archduke decided to visit the wounded officers in the hospital. But no one properly informed the driver of a route change. The car took a wrong turn. When the driver realized the mistake, he stopped to reverse. And by pure coincidence, standing only feet away at a sandwich shop, was Gavrilo Princip. He couldn't believe it. The opportunity had returned. He stepped forward, pulled out his pistol. 2 shots. One hit the Archduke, one hit his wife. Both would be dead within the hour. Austria-Hungary blamed Serbia immediately. Germany offered Austria full support. The blank check. Russia mobilized to defend Serbia. Germany declared war on Russia. France joined Russia. Germany invaded Belgium. Britain declared war on Germany. In just over a month, nearly all of Europe was at war. World War I had begun. The war lasted for brutal years. Trenches, poison gas, machine guns, over 16 million dead. When it ended, the map of Europe was shattered. The German Empire collapsed. The Austro-Hungarian Empire dissolved. The Ottoman Empire disintegrated. The Russian Empire fell into revolution. Out of that revolution emerged the Soviet Union, and Germany, humiliated by the Treaty of Versailles, was left economically devastated. That humiliation would fuel the rise of extremism, economic collapse, political instability, national resentment. In Germany, it paved the way for radical leadership. World War II erupted in 1939, even deadlier than the first. Over 70 million lives lost. When it ended in 1945, Europe was destroyed. But 2 nations emerged stronger than ever: the United States and the Soviet Union. With Europe weakened, power shifted. Eastern Europe fell under Soviet influence. Western Europe aligned with the United States. Germany was split in 2. Berlin was divided by a wall. Nuclear weapons entered the equation. The Cold War began. Not a direct war, but a constant standoff. Proxy wars in Korea and Vietnam, espionage, arms races. The Cuban Missile Crisis, a divided world. And that division traces back to the instability created in 1914, to gunshots in Sarajevo. One wrong turn, one radicalized teenager. History often feels inevitable. But sometimes it hinges on coincidence. If that driver hadn't stopped, if Princip hadn't been there, if those shots had missed, the 20th century may have looked completely different. World War I, World War II, the Cold War, all connected, all beginning with an assassination. History isn't random, it's shaped by moments like this. If you want more real cases that changed the world forever, subscribe to Case Vault and tell me in the comments, what event should we uncover next? Because the next story might be even bigger.